From ETV Bharat. Again, personal mistake or total debacle?
Total debacle. Were you watching the game?
Second half is optimistic. You can be, but
look, of course, there was a mistake for the first goal. But the word debacle, do you know what it means? It means complete breakdown. We had one or two, we hit the crossbar in the, I think, the first half. We had one or two chances, but in the second half, we had three chances that they have to score. We could on another day have won that game. We didn't take the opportunities, and of course, when you don't take the opportunities, you get punished. But I thought that was a much better performance than the last 2 or 3 games we've played. And you could see the spirit of the players, the fight, the workmanship that they had. But you know, it wasn't enough. We made too many mistakes, not just on a defending point of view, but an attacking point of view. Because if we'd have been a little bit smarter, if we'd have been a little bit more careful with the ball, we create more chances.
Before the transfer ban, one of your signings was really close to being completed. Is that deal completely off the table now, or will it be sorted once the ban is lifted?
Well, we can't do anything until the ban is lifted. We have 1 or 2 players that we were looking to bring in, but while the ban's in place, my hands are tied. It's unfortunately not an area where I can comment so much because I don't know the exact details, but all I know is I can't bring anybody else in.
So are the players still willing to join?
Yes, last I heard.
Coach, one thing, supporters doesn't know what is the nitty-gritty of the problem. Where is the problem lies, they don't know. They just want to see the East Bengal is winning.
Yeah,
but you are
wait. Let's stop you right now, okay? I think everybody in West Bengal knows the problem. And when I say what the problem is, people accuse me of making excuses. We started the 4th of August, at least a month behind all the other teams. When we went on the 4th of August, we had exactly 12 players in the Maidan. 12. We know the issues with the club and the investors to get the signing. This took some time, nobody's fault. But we are paying for those mistakes now. And for anybody to think that we can be a top 6 team from the position that we started the season, it's very difficult. I'm not saying it's not impossible, but it's very, very difficult to try and get the right players in the right positions. You look at our bench. What are the options that we have to bring on? I don't have a striker to bring on. You know, so I'm not a guy who makes excuses. If you know my history and my life, I have been fighting since I was born. But we need time. I did not expect us to be a top 6 team this season. I hoped. But it's obvious that we are not going to be in the top 6. But for me, the plan is we need to rebuild this team. I don't say from scratch. We have some players that I think are going to help us going forward. But this is the reality. And, you know, I want to win more than anybody else. More than anybody else in West Bengal. Trust me. I came here, I put my reputation, I put my career at risk for East Bengal. No problem. I will fight, but I can't fight by myself. I can't play, I can't go in the pitch and score goals. All I can do is coach the boys. They worked very hard today. They deserve to take a point from this game. They didn't. It's finished. Next game. We have 6 more games. And next season, you will see.
But you also agree that it's a ridiculous reality of a coach. He wants ridiculous reality. Because
what do you mean ridiculous reality?
you want to include a player but due to the administrative lapse, you are not getting, you are helpless almost. Don't you think it is a ridiculous situation to handle?
You know, somebody told me once a long time ago, control what you can control. I cannot control that. I can control what I do with the players, how we work, the atmosphere, and I will take all the responsibility, I will take all the blame, no problem. We're talking about East Bengal here. This is not just a fly-by-night club. It's a club with massive history, and I know the fans want to win, but we got to prepare, and if you don't prepare, what happens? You fail. We did not prepare the way we should, the way the other teams prepared, and still we won 4 games, and still we have the joint top scorer, and still we have developed 1 or 2 players in this team. Imagine if we were ready from the beginning. It will be very different next year.
10 defeat. Is this your worst party of your career?
From a defeat point of view, I would say yeah. I would say yes. But I knew the situation coming in. I still believe in the club. I still believe that we can get things right. I don't think it's a question of, well, maybe the coach isn't good enough, or we didn't do this, or we didn't do that. I can fix this. But I need obviously time and the opportunity to bring some new players. Hopefully this ban gets lifted soon, because it's not helping us at the moment. But again, it's not in my control, and when they say the ban's lifted, then that'll be great. We'll get some boys in.
How many of the players that are not a part of your long-term plans are aware that they are not aware of that, they're not part of the long-term plans, and does it affect their confidence or their performance in any way that they are perhaps not?
Yeah, that's a good question. I'll answer you this. None of them know, because I haven't told anybody that they're not in my plans. Right now, everybody's in my plans, because those are the guys we have. We have 23 guys. They're all in my plans. They're all superstars. Okay. But you understand? So I'm not going to sit here and tell them that they're not in the plans for next season or what have you. This is not the time for that. That happens at the end of the season. 2002 was in here. In Calcutta.
In IFL.
So look, I understand. Really helpless.